Hi everyone, and I congratulate today the Government of India and the University Grand Commission as we celebrate 2-year anniversary of the launch of National Education Policy 2020, which was approved on 29th of July 2020, and which outlines the vision for the education system of India. And I think I've been talking with all of you about the inclusiveness in education. And I think that the National Education Policy 2020 is the biggest document ever or biggest policy ever to ensure that there are that there are major reforms in higher education in India, or in fact, for that matter, education system in India. And for that matter, I would like to commend the University Grand Commission under its present leadership that various decisions are being taken, which will have large impact in times to come. And also, we discussed about the inclusiveness in terms of ensuring that campuses are made, or the education system is made friendly to disabled students. We have talked about some pragmatic changes which are needed in education. And today I want to speak with all of you and discuss the impact of technology when it comes down to in education. We have been hearing about this EdTech saga coming into the picture. Most of the discussions are limited with respect to the with respect to how many crores they have in the revenue, how many people they have fired in recent times. Or for that matter, we are always talking, and in recent times also, the battle between EdTech and the coach and the education segment as a whole. Whereas I have some thoughts on this, but overall I believe that these edtechs or coming of technology to the aid to aid and assist the education is creative and inclusive nature of education. And uh, and I certainly believe that there's long way to go. Several decisions have been made by the government of India. Several decisions have been made by state government as well. And these decisions have impacted the life of students. For that matter, during COVID times, a lot many institutions were closed, but technology came to the aid of education system in India. I know we all can debate about the digital divide. We all can debate about the GER for that matter. But again, I believe that there's the technology has come there to impact, and it is bringing in inclusive education in India. And I've already congratulated the government of India and UGC and education departments for on the second anniversary of NEP launch. Inclusive education, as we all know, is the integral component of government's flagship Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. And we have seen some developments over the years in education system in India. Information communication technology (ICT) play a vital role in dismantling traditional access barriers and promoting equal opportunities for education. For time and again, we have seen that there was a barrier for the people who used to live in rural areas, or for that matter, some of the children who were not allowed to leave their hometown to take the higher education, for that matter, due to any of the reasons. But right now, with the advent of technological advancement, with the advent of coming of EdTech, with the coming of ICT into the picture, this divide has somehow getting reduced. And I personally believe that this will also impact in GER ratio in times to come. And if and particularly if we look into this part, what it has done to make education inclusive, particularly the tech vertical or various other initiatives taken by higher education institution in India. Uh, Earlier, the good mentors or the teachers were available in tier one city, for that matter, or to tier two or tier two city, and the students would have to move from one part of the country or one part of state to another part just to study from these mentors or teachers. Coming off an technology, coming off an EdTech vertical, or coming off an assistive technology, these barriers have been reduced. So now the students from tier 3 cities, tier 4 cities, or from rural areas as well have the access to some amazing teachers from different sections, and I think that's inclusivity. Um, there was inhibition to moving outside a particular area, which I've already told you about. So I think now advance this coming off this particular technology and education will help these students also get knowledge, and the education will be truly inclusive. Affordability, when we looked into the affordability front, so I can tell you on personal note that I was associated with the law entrance examination preparation systems, and earlier the fees was completely different when I was going about to go to National Law University for that matter. But right now, if you look into this part, the fees has reduced substantially thanks to all edtech, and a few of the people have got major fundings from investors on this point as well because of the affordability. More the courses are made affordable, more education is more affordable, more people can join the revolution, and this has been made possible because of technology and the use of technology in education, making the learning environment invigorating. So earlier we used to remember that the classes were only limited to chalk, duster, marker, and a board. But right now, when I teach in a class, I use PPT, I use videos, I use some there are some live people out there talking and interacting with the kids, and I think that has made the learning environment creative and more assimilating, and the children are surely learning from it. Best practices to be inspired, yes, there are some best practices when we talk about in the higher education or the courses, how a course should be presented. Coursera has done that, edX has done so. For an example, in fact, for the matter, Swayam, MOOC courses which are available in India as well. um, I think that the focus has to be on GER, how these technologies can be used for making education inclusive, and the best part is that the focus has shifted to the course creator earlier. Now, if you are a course creator, there are various technologies to assist you, to help you interact and get connected with the student on a real-time basis for that matter. And resolution of queries is now having real time and sometimes even 24 into 7. uh, and that is a game changer for that matter. So importance is being given to the content creators, and it's high time. More and more respect and opportunities should be given to these content creators, because they are helping in making the education inclusive and accessible to all. The recent news which came in is that UGC has tied up with Ministry of Electronics and IT to integrate e-resources with over 7.5 lakh common service centers, which are basically in most of the village areas, and SPV, special purpose vehicle centers, to offer these courses. So what has happened is the UGC is now trying to use the internet connectivity to offer 137 SWAYAM MOOC courses, 23,000 PG courses in 25 subjects, and that's really amazing. They include artificial intelligence, academic writing, corporate law, cybersecurity, and digital library. And this is surely the game changer. Once these courses are available to everyone, and the best part is they are available also in regional languages, so there's no language barrier per se. So आप कोर्सेज को हिंदी में भी देख सकते हो, आप तमिल में, बंगला, मराठी, गुजराती, तेलुगु, मलयालम, कन्नड़ा, beside English. So I think that's a game changer for that matter. And I think that this will surely help in bridging the digital divide and enhancing the accessibility in remote part of the country. Uh, and steps like this should be applauded, and everybody should be made a part of these initiatives for the matter. All higher education institutions should and ensure that their courses are available. And at present at all service centers for that matter, SPV, so that more and more learning can happen. Um, that's one take of mine. So I personally believe that in higher education, there was a gap, there was a divide, there was GR was getting affected because of this lack of resources in rural areas and tier 3, tier 4 cities. But technology has really come to the advancement. And when I look into the various edtech verticals, I'm not getting into the debates of their profitability and investor psyche and firing off an individuals from their offices. But again, they have revolutionized Indian education system, whether it is an academy, whether it is Byju's for that matter, or whether it is Vedantu for that matter, or any other edtech company in this country, grade up for that matter, or upgrade for the matter. So they have actually revolutionized this education vertical, and they are really helping in making the education inclusive. And I think that the government should now combine their forces and either work along with these edtech verticals or create something of them, something like this for in each state and even in each union territories for the matter. And this initiative should be taken to the ground root level, where most of the learners have no access to these courses or these amazing teachers. And I know one of the forum where this barrier has been broken much before is YouTube, where you actually seeing this video. And I would personally like to thank YouTube as well for ensuring that a medium is there where people from all over the country can connect, learn, unlearn, and relearn. Um, I again would like to close this discussion by congratulating Government of India and University Grant Commission and all our higher education institution on the second anniversary of National Education Policy, which was released in 2020. And I hope that all of us in the higher education system become a part of the implementation of this amazing policy. And this really helps the biggest stakeholders of all these policies, the actions, that is the students. And that's from my end. Thank you so much. Have an amazing time.